Let's start with the Broncos. Is this the Bo Nix world? We living in it or what?
I'll tell you what. I would be extremely surprised, borderline shocked, if Bo Nix is not the starter week 1.
Yeah.
It's everything that Sean Payton was looking for in the quarterback.
How so?
They stood in terms of the coachability. He started more games than anybody ever at the college level. Do exactly what you want him to do. Bo Nix moves better than I think a lot of people might think based upon the numbers and all the passes behind the line of scrimmage and all that. Coach's kid. He's going to execute Sean's offense the way that Sean wants it to be run. Listen, I mean, that was a big part of the issue with Russell Wilson was just the adaptability. I mean, we all saw the Russ versus Sean exchanges on the sideline last year
on NFL Network.
Sean is about as smart with offense as anybody out there. Well, if the ball's not coming out in rhythm, you've got a problem. Bo Nix does that. That's one of his strengths. And as much as Jarrett Stidham, from everything I've been told, has had a really good camp. So is Zach Wilson. Actually, there's no planet on which you're going to roll Zach Wilson out there as your week 1 starter. So they're not saying yet who it's going to be, but if you watch practice and you kind of listen to what people are saying, how they're talking about Bo Nix, it's going to be Bo Nix.
Okay, and again, I know you have not been to the Washington camp, but it's the same thing as Jaden Daniels, right?
Jaden Daniels, I saw, was out there with the ones the first day of pads.
Okay.
So really, if you break it down, 6 quarterbacks taken in the top 12 picks.
Yes, sir.
Caleb from about February was QB1 on the Bears depth chart.
Yes.
You go through the rest of the group here, you're going to have a starter with Bo Nix. We'll see on J.J. McCarthy. I don't think that one is locked in just yet.
What do you mean it's not locked in just yet? Really? Like, do you think JJ's got a shot?
I think we got to see what it's going to look like through the preseason here.
Okay.
This appears to be a real, hey, let's feel it out here. What they don't want to do is put J.J. McCarthy on the field a moment before that they have to. Sam Darnold was really good back in the spring.
Right.
I haven't been there through the course of training camp here. But if you don't feel like the guy's ready to go, I mean, I thought it was instructive the other day. Steve Smith and I were in Green Bay. Steve was kind enough to join our Jordan Love interview about 4 minutes in, ran into the Shocks, who's talking to his wide receivers over here. But Steve had asked a very good question to Jordan, which was about going back to when he was coming out of Utah State and how ready he felt. Basically, where was the growth from then till now? And Jordan basically said there was so much new. He wasn't even looking at the defense. He was just thinking when he was out there about what the offense was doing. He said, if I started my rookie year, I don't know where I'd be right now. It would have been a long journey. I think that's important to remember. As much as we're all like, hey, you got to go right now. If it's Drake May or even if it's J.J. McCarthy, who's played in a pro-style offense, he's as pro-ready as any quarterback. If you look at it in the preseason, you go, you know what? I think it might be good for him to sit for a little bit here. I don't know that any decisions have been made on that front.
Yeah, and Drake May's out. Is there? I mean, I know Gerard May.
Surprise on May for week 1. Again, he was the furthest, talking to coaches and scouts before the draft, he was the furthest away from being ready to play because that North Carolina offense is so rudimentary. He's a smart enough guy. He'll pick it up. He's young. He's like 20 or 21. Just got a long way to go.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.